All right, here we are.
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah. Chad's Wheel of Chaos. And we're starting off with a little blue boy here.
Oh my God, we're right in.
You gotta give like a little bit of introduction, set the scene.
I'll tell you what. Chad's Wheel of Chaos, bitches.
But
my God. I mean, we got a new wheel, Chad.
For our viewers out there, the
Chad
physical
is in
wheel
rare
is here.
form, everybody.
I think the wheel
and I'm
speaks
the one who
for
showed
itself.
up late. I feel like.
She's like,
Yeah, but because you were late, Chad's been drinking for 6 hours.
enough.
I wish. She's like, somebody else is at the table, essentially sitting where she typically would. Yes, for our viewers out there and for those checking out the Instagram, the physical Wheel of Chaos is now in live form. So
it looks
you're going to be
Chad.
seeing it, you're going to be hearing it, and it's going to be making things interesting around
For
here.
those of you not on the YouTube, Chad, give that another, not a super spin, just like a little spin.
Just a real spin.
Yeah, so you might notice that sounds freaking great.
Yeah.
It's because we mic'd the wheel. There's literally a microphone.
It's the fourth chair this week.
Yeah. The hot seat.
Ooh.
It's a very hot seat today.
Yeah.
We're going to find some interesting ways to utilize this wheel this summer, I feel.
I think so. Gonna start a lot of raffles. Is there a church basement in your neighborhood looking for an activity?
We can find
We're
one.
going to have some backyard gambling going on here
Call
in
the
Malden.
I'll tell you what gang.
Hey,
yeah.
we're looking to find other revenue streams. Renting out this wheel is a
that's
viable
true.
option.
Yeah.
Just do a 50-50
Hell, it's the
raffle.
only viable option.
Hey, speaking of viable options for revenue, buy a tea or a tank
Or a mug.
or a mug
Or a computer
or a cell
case.
phone.
A tapestry. A
I said
throw
a
pillow.
A poster.
Buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's all
notebook.
good. It's all okay.
We should do calendars.
Ooh.
We can just like sexy poses of each of us.
Yeah, in the wheel. That's what we should do.
Oh
We
my
should do
gosh.
like the wheel, like on the beach, the
my
wheel
God,
on like
I
a
love
bearskin
this
rug.
idea.
You know, there's something there.
There's
Caitlin.
a lot there.
Yeah.
You're doing the good work so that we don't have to.
Somebody's got to be the brains.
All right. So our first thing from the wheel.
Yep.
When was the last time you were naked out in public?
Oh my God.
Oh, we're still not fresh on this one.
But what do you call public?
Just answer the
around-
question.
Well,
Like outdoors?
Yeah, I mean, outdoors. Let's say outdoors.
for
We're
our
probably
listeners,
shouldn't
maybe
be,
our
but-
coworkers.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
for the images you have
Exactly.
right now.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
tough.
I'm putting you two in tough spots today.
I mean, I have an outdoor shower, so I guess an
No,
outdoor shower. That's
that's
such a
not
safe
public.
answer.
That's where my
Yeah.
head went to.
Yeah.
Because man,
No.
I'll tell you what. Even though it's enclosed, you're still out. Like
Yeah,
it's
so
closed.
there's
Like
a-
No.
risk.
That's
I'll
what it's
tell you-
built for.
Yeah,
I'm
I know,
like
but let me-
where you were naked where you're not supposed
I
to be.
was there, like maybe last summer I was in that outdoor shower and I heard this like bzzz while I was out there. I'm like, what is that? What is that weird noise? I looked up, a drone.
Oh.
it wasn't mine.
No.
Okay, I don't think so.
we would have run this to ground already, but I was like, what are you gonna do?
Give them a show. That's what you're
Are
going to
you
do.
refilling
you
the wheel?
refill
Yeah.
the wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my answer was also the outdoor shower. I know that doesn't count, but I do just want to say it's a wonderful experience because it feels naughty.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Right?
It feels
and
good.
like when the like
I
showering
said
out.
naughty. You said nice. So it's a good
It's
mix.
like Santa.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, there's something about it. Open air. What's your answer, Chad?
I think in college we went out and made naked snow angels at one of our Christmas parties when we were a few sheets to the wind.
Yeah, it's probably
It was good
something like
but,
that.
But it was sleeting during
Oh,
the
boy.
night.
God.
So when we went, like there was a layer of ice on top.
Did you fall?
No, but I like crunched through and then I tried to like make the angel regardless. Yeah, it was not fun.
So you were on your back.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
like,
scratched up.
What an image.
it was like jumping into like
Hey,
styrofoam.
calendar.
Hey,
Ooh, hello.
wintertime shrinkage
Oh.
probably played a big part there.
Probably, maybe
Or a little
could
part.
Could have.
Elliot.
Sorry.
Oh,
So 2 outdoor showers, is that
Yeah,
the best
I mean,
answer
that's
you're
the
going to
most
give me on that one?
recent.
I mean, I think the last time I was nude
Just hearing
in
Elliot say
public,
nude is
it's got to be college. I mean,
unsettling.
He's like a pompous thesaurus.
there were streaking things in school, like in college.
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't have a specific story about it though. I just know it happened. Carla could give more stories because, you're generally not streaking nude
what?
unless you've been drinking a lot.
Oh, sure.
Right. So the memories are a little hazy about
Yeah,
it.
and you don't strike me as much of a jogger, so it probably wasn't like a part of the morning routine.
Back then,
You were a
Ooh.
jogger.
I've said this before. You didn't know me when I was
know,
sexy.
we hear it all
When
the
I was
time.
20, 21, 22, I was looking pretty good. So I didn't mind being nude around other people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Nowadays, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about it.
Well, it's just common courtesy, you know?
Right. It's not really what happens.
All right, spin that wheel. Oh, yeah, they're taped up very securely.
No, Chad actually put some time into this one, unlike the second time.
So what is your go-to excuse when you're playing hooky from work?
Oh, sick.
Oh,
sick.
I woke up not feeling well.
Let's see. Do your bosses listen to this podcast?
But here's the thing:
question your motives.
No, mine definitely doesn't. But here's the thing: it's always conveniently when I bring my laptop home. That's like I pre-planned.
So you still do the work?
Well, no, but it's like just in case I needed it for something. But then it's like, oh, I just woke up and I'm sick.
So what was the wording of your question? Playing hooky from work?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, and yes, my boss does listen, but I don't play hooky because when I need time, I just kind of I just kind of mention it. And
but sometimes don't you wake up and you're like, I can't do it today.
Not really. I kind of I don't know. I can't remember a time that I've just not been able to do it. You know, because I plan in the breaks.
Okay.
You know.
Sure.
Andy,
I'm working with a couple of
how you doing today?
Here. Yeah.
All right, what do you got, Chad?
That's a true story. I'm not just saying it because I know that it'll be listened. It's I really don't have to play hooky because there's a lot of flexibility built into our team, which I appreciate greatly.
Yeah. All right, next.
To be honest, my answer is too close to Elliot's. What I wanted was
sorry, Caitlin.
Like I get migraine. I got a migraine today, but my dumbass always shows up to work first, and then I realize.
I did notice that about you. Yeah.
So
we're just tearing through these today, man.
Well, because we got the wheel. It's like a new toy. You got to use it.
Ooh,
we landed on number 8. It's moving on its own.
It's breezy in here.
It's a bias wheel. All right. Ooh. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20.
Oh, boy.
And the person who gets closest to that number can either take or give to the other of you two the mystery shot.
Mystery shot.
Oh,
my.
Okay.
This is the first time there's been a prop involved, like an outside of the table coming in.
There's like so only Elliot and I are playing. You can't play because that would be obvious. And if you lost, that would be...
So it's between 1 and 20.
And I got a steel trap right here.
I mean, I got to say 11 to play it safe.
So we got 11 over here.
I'll go 10.
Ooh, it was 17.
Oh!
Elliot, do you want to take the shot or do you want to give the shot?
Can I give half and take half?
I'll allow it.
Okay. We're a team, Caitlin. I'll go first, though.
That was kind of you, Elliot.
Because I don't want to know what it is.
It's already poured?
Yeah, and try not to...
I'm not going to smell it, and I don't know what it is, so...
Not something I... Okay.
I'm going to try to take half-ish of it.
All right. If it's more, that's okay.
Don't say what the flavor is when you get done with it. I want Caitlin to be surprised.
If this is that carrot shit, I'm going to lose it.
That's what it is. That's definitely what it is.
It's that carrot rum that you had. Where did that go? Was it carrot rum?
Yeah, it's right there.
No, it's not.
Orange.
Different color.
That stuff was brutal. But
like,
interesting.
Just take it.
Okay. Are you going to narrate it?
Well, no, I'm just saying people have to sit around and listen to this.
He's holding the shot glass.
And
he takes a sip.
More. No, that was actually pretty fair. He doesn't look too disturbed, so I don't feel terrible about it.
I'm not a monster.
Like Elliot would put on a show.
That is...
I don't want to...
Oh, boy.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
It's always something with my headphones. And I'm back. All right.
I didn't mind that. Here we go. Caitlin is... You smelled it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, don't smell it, because smelling it will give it away.
Ooh.
She's stretching out the neck, getting the muscles ready, loosening up. Ooh.
Oh, down the hatch.
Ooh, a pained look on her face.
It's like
minty.
a mouthwash.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
It's peppermint schnapps.
Peppermint schnapps.
Okay.
A little Doctor's McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy, yeah.
The doctor is in. All right, I'm glad that part's over.
Schnapps. What is it, like 20% alcohol?
Yeah, something like
Fine
that.
with me.
I didn't mind that. Is it one of our...
No, it's like when a little mouthwash, you accidentally swallow a little bit of mouthwash.
It really did taste like mouthwash.
Yeah.
Very much so. A little better. Doesn't one of our coworkers like only drink peppermint schnapps?
Dan.
Oh, yeah, Dan.
Listener too.
Proud listener.
He's a listener?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. How you doing? Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Except I can't because this is like a one-way kind of thing.
We're still saying hi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Chad is excited
I hate
about
when
this
Chad
one.
gets excited. It never...
Fire and ice is what this says.
What does that mean?
So, Caitlin.
You're taking us to Fire and Ice for a buffet?
Is that still a thing?
Oh, it better be.
Oh, I think
I
it
haven't
is.
been there in years.
But Caitlin.
Yeah.
Hot or cold?
Oh God, this is going to be another weird trick thing with Chad.
Yep. Can I answer? Because I have an easy
cold
answer. Oh, fuck.
Okay, so that means Elliot gets hot.
I don't want hot. I want cold.
I'll be right back.
Oh, boy. Okay. Caitlin.
Okay, here's the thing. When we originally started this concept with Chad at the wheel, I was very on edge.
Yeah.
And then I sort of like eased into it because I'm like, no, it's like nice. And like
and now he's throwing in.
And now I'm back.
He's throwing in shots.
On edge.
Look to your right. There's a giant wheel that he built. He constructed for this purpose. So what made you choose fire? Like what in your past?
No, I chose ice.
Oh shit.
Okay. What is this?
This is a warm Smirnoff Ice.
This is a cold Smirnoff Ice?
So these are Smirnoff Ices with Fireball in them. And Caitlin and I have cold versions.
Elliot, your life is
actively
terrible.
Warmed. I boiled water and put his drink inside. So that's a hot Smirnoff Ice with Fireball.
Hey, don't ever say
inside.
Chad doesn't prep anymore. Chad, do you realize what we have to do after this?
Wait, Chad, can you tell me
before this?
Tell me again what this is.
That's right.
So
it's boiled water.
No, so that's a triple black flavored Smirnoff Ice.
Oh my God.
With Fireball whiskey inside, and then I heated it up so it would be hot. So it's
like
hot
a baby bottle almost.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
like sterilized.
Yeah.
So
Smirnoff Ice for you.
For the audio listeners, I'm holding a half full bottle of Smirnoff Ice. It's warm to the touch.
So I'd say that's germ free
so
too, though.
It's not just room temp. It's like actively warmer than that.
That's great. I made the right choice out of two wrong choices. I chose the less
Chad,
wrong
one more
one.
time. It's boiled water with Fireball whiskey. So it's whiskey and water.
No, he put it in boiling water to heat it up.
So it's not like, I just left it out. I actively put it in something.
A microwave.
Oh, so we're drinking the same thing, just mine is hot.
Yeah, just the temperature.
Holy shit. Well, this is rude.
Yours is just slightly more offensive.
I also think I have a lot more than either of you.
This is telling, though. Chad has chosen the cold version.
He chose the cold one. Oh, so would I.
Yeah.
Frankly, the cold version, it kind of seems pleasing.
Well, hey, here's to us.
Hey.
And Elliot.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's got... Is there
it has
ice
like a milky
in it?
substance.
Oh yeah, these were in the freezer.
Oh, you chilled it.
Okay.
Oh, it's so
because I was like,
refreshing.
it's kind of loose.
Yeah. So ours is probably delightful.
Here I'm going for
yours is.
It's not awful. It's like very sweet, very cinnamony.
Nice and warm and refreshing.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as it could
it's like
be.
If you had a sore throat or something, maybe for you.
It's not as bad as it could be. I'm gonna take another sip, and I actually want you to try it just to have the experience.
I'll go trades with you.
Here I go for another sip of warm Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff. You like how it's a Smirnoff.
Yeah, it's like it's putting it on a bagel.
Isn't that what it is?
Smear.
I don't want to say smear.
You'd rather say
Schmear? I think it's Smirnoff. Listeners, write in. What do you think it is, Smirnoff or Smirnoff?
Where are you getting that H? There's no H behind.
It's Russian. So you say schmear.
Oh, yeah, that's not terrible.
It's not as bad as it could be.
Here, you want mine?
I'll take a sip, but then you got to take it back,
No, sure, I'll have it.
It's got interesting.
I spilled a little bit.
It's just starting to freeze, so it's got these weird...
like flakes inside of it.
This could have been a lot worse, Chad. Thank you. I mean, I don't want to drink a warm
Smirnoff.
beverage of Smirnoff
could be
anymore.
A lot worse. Yeah. Doing a lot of things I haven't done in a long time right now.
Boy.
I tell you what, the wheel is playing out pretty well.
It's looking great. It's working well.
All right.
It sounds good, too.
It does sound good.
As a true millennial, I've read headlines of articles, but not whole articles.
Sure.
So I believe that recently one has come out that says that after age 33, you essentially become your parents.
Yeah.
So how does this show up for you? How do you, when are your moments that you feel like, I'm becoming my parents now?
Okay.
I do just want to say I finished off the Smirnoff with a big gulp, and bigger gulps are much worse.
Ooh,
it was a cringy gulp where it made me kind of
burn on the way down in
it didn't burn. It just the taste was off-putting, if you will.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, that's what you get with the triple black, whatever that means.
Is that just more? Is there more alcohol?
Well,
in it?
I'll start the answer to this question by asking another question. Which one of your parents do you think you're the most like?
Ooh.
Because I think I have my answer.
I think you're more like your mom.
I am too. I'm definitely.
Yeah.
Like my dad is sort of thoughtful, more methodical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my mom is sort of just dive in head first kind of person, which is me to a T. So I think
So your
I've been shaped in that way.
Okay.
I've been ruined in that way by that.
So you're diving in. You dive into things.
Yeah, like I just like no plan, no real like definitive like plan or idea. It's like I just want to like get it started and then finish it. And I'll get it like pretty much 90% of the way there, and it's like then I'm on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you need. You get in, you get out.
That's right.
I think that I actually I feel like I have a pretty good balance of both of my parents. My dad has always been the financial person in our household. So he like does all the planning and the budgeting and the retirement planning and the home planning and all of that. So I think I've gotten a lot of that from him, is like the long view of things and like planning for the future. Especially this year with our financial plan that we're on. I think I've channeled a lot of my dad from that.
Yeah.
But my mom is much more like, hey, it'll get figured out, and we're gonna handle it. And I think that I have a fair amount of that too. So I think I have a really good balance of both. But my dad's also like super hardworking, and like he does a lot of yard work all the time, and I cannot.
Yeah,
I can't get on board. So like, not that my mom doesn't, but she doesn't do any yard work. I mean, why should she? My dad's doing it all. So I side with my mom in that way.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I think
you're an indoor boy.
I'm an indoor boy for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I would say.
I think for my mom, there's like I take a lot of animal like things. So I'm a fan of rabbits. I'm even wearing rabbit
right.
shirts.
Your mom's like a cat show kind of gal. Yeah.
So like I take that away from her, and then for my dad, he's a tinkerer and a resourceful person. So he like makes things at work, and I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah.
So got a little bit of that in me.
When I was younger, before you spin that wheel, my dad and I say we did it together, but we built a deck onto our house, and like, so obviously I was like 7 years old. I wasn't helping at all. So I was just there to like hand him like the hammer and hand him nails. So like I wasn't doing any help, but the fact that at that time, what was he? He was probably 33. Like he was probably like my age, owning a home, building a deck on his own, like just reading a book. Like I am not in the kind of place where I'd be able to do that in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
So like, I know that both of my parents are way more like, at my age, we're way more put together than I am today.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so, maybe in different ways though too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Different generations, but
sure.
And also, like your perspective as a child looking at your parents, they know everything, where maybe they didn't. I've come to like
he was just figuring out as
maybe.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to get more spin that wheel in here, Caitlin.
Sorry.
Hey, spin it again. It didn't land.
Oh, look at that.
It's green. A new color for us. I did see Chad grab a whole stack of Postits yesterday from the office. I looked at him like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, duh. He's like, yeah.
Those were clearly his Postits that he purchased with his own money and left them on his desk.
I was like, what's all those Postits? Then
you
made
knew.
sense.
You knew what it was for.
Yeah.
What is something you do that you know is weird?
Oh, gosh. Sometimes I like to wear my pants inside out because I feel like it's more comfortable, like at home.
Ooh,
that's weird.
Yeah, I know.
That's good. That's a good weird
one.
Like
the sweatpants, you like the like non-fuzzy side. You like the smooth side,
right? Because I like when my hands feel the fuzzy side on the outside.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's fun though.
That's a good answer. Yeah. I like that answer.
Try it. Let me know what you think.
Oh, now it's on me.
Yep.
It's odd.
I mean, you shower candles.
That's
one
weird.
thing.
Okay, that works.
Now, what else do you do that like you feel that same way about?
I also hate to wear socks. So which is a problem. Like you need to wear socks like in like
you're
sneakers.
Like the grown-up version of my 2-year-old niece.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just love the feeling of a bare foot in a shoe.
Really?
Which really makes you go through shoes pretty quickly. But
the idea of my barefoot in a shoe is entirely off-putting.
Try it, man. It's liberating.
I mean, I used to wear like the Vans slip-ons, like the...
Sure.
Those shoes. And those you don't wear socks with generally.
Yeah.
I can't say that I enjoyed that.
Well, I don't know.
Sometimes I tap dance in the elevator.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like a full, like a step ball change kind of? That's fun.
As I'm like going up and down.
That's one of those things. Chad did it yesterday. So he thought about it and he wrote it down on the post-it.
He was like, this is weird.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone else does this. Let me ask.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to go with the shower candle. Because
that's a fair answer.
I didn't realize it was weird until I explained it, and then everyone said that's weird. We don't do that.
Yeah.
But to me, it's entirely not weird.
That's the thing. I
Which
guess
I guess
it's
is
hard.
the point of this
it's hard to
question.
know what is weird.
Yeah, because we
until
each
you
have
say
our
something to
normal.
somebody else and they're like, really?
Yeah. We each have our normals.
Yeah.
And to me, having a nice little spa-like situation in my one-bedroom apartment, it's a pretty wonderful experience.
Do you play like Enya and you can
I don't play Enya, but do you remember the movie Drive with Ryan Gosling?
Yes.
And how it has like a cool kind of synth soundtrack to it?
That part I don't remember.
Well,
that's what you play?
Look it up. So not going to say that necessarily goes along with a shower candle, but sometimes when I need to just like chill and relax,
that's what you do?
I play the Drive soundtrack.
I exclusively listen to the I'll Tell You What podcast in the shower. I'm kidding.
Have you done it?
I have, yeah.
Okay,
I'm certain.
I have.
On a Sunday when you send it and you're like, ask us to listen to it. I'm like, well, I guess I got like 15 minutes here that I can get through.
I have that Bluetooth shower speaker.
Yep.
Which everybody needs to spend $15 and buy this thing.
I have one. Yeah.
It's a what's it called? That
suction cup.
Yeah, rubber suction cup thing that sticks to your wall of your shower. And it's a Bluetooth waterproof speaker. It's incredible. I'm not gonna lie.
Good
I've
acoustics.
listened to a lot of I'll Tell You What.
Ooh.
Just like making sure the edit works in the shower.
Why not?
Is that weird?
Kill
I don't
two
think so.
birds
Light
with
a
one
candle,
loofah.
listen to myself in the shower.
Yeah. Hey, self-care. Hey, Elliot.
Try it.
Yeah.
Call Hooky from work.
He's
do
like,
some
I love
self-care.
to hear myself in stereo.
I think it was like last Friday. We got home from work and I was going to hop in the shower because I got done. I was working on the Wheel of Chaos. And I was going to take a shower. And
works too hard.
I had like stain on my hands and I was taking it. And Katie was like, "You want a shower beer?" I was like, "That is the best question you've ever asked me."
That's a nice offer.
And then realized we didn't have beer. So then ended up having a shower.
You just waited in the shower until she could go get beer and bring it back.
I had a shower ginger
Ooh,
cat.
it's cold.
So I had a ginger ale with a little sip out of it, a little bit of whiskey poured in the can. So I had a little, little shower cocktail.
Wow.
Nice. I don't think I've ever had a shower cocktail.
Try it.
I've had many shower beers, but shower cocktail, that's something I got to give a shot to, you know?
Well, there's a whole lot of life left to live.
And isn't that a beautiful thing?
It's tough when the wheel gets a little... there it is. Oh.
I think we're seeing that there's a little bit more weight on one side.
No, perfect.
No, here we go. If you were a kitten, what would be your name?
Oh, I love this question. I'm not sure why.
Something came to me. I can't.
I
think Sir purrs a lot. Oh. It just came to me because I complain a lot and I talk a lot and I feel like purring is the kitten's equivalent of talking.
Yeah, sure.
I'd be Sir purrs a lot.
Sir purrs a lot.
Yeah.
I like that, Elliot.
Feel free to call me that from now on.
I can't compare.
Sorry.
The first thing that came to mind for some reason was Snowflake.
Aw.
That was sweet.
That is very sweet. I like that.
No, Sir purrs a lot. What do you got, Chad?
I think I'd be a Marcus.
Oh, Marcus the cat.
Like a pretentious, human name.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Cats, like the musical?
No.
Don't.
I've seen pictures of it, and I said that's probably enough for me.
It's a lot of purring.
Ooh.
Not a lot of talking.
Really?
Yeah. No, not a lot of dialogue.
Yeah,
Music
like
and...
Are they singing in purrs?
They purr when they're not singing.
But when they're singing, it's words?
Yeah, I think so.
But do
I
they
saw
go
it a long time ago.
Do they sing with meows mixed in?
Yeah, there's stuff. It's weird.
Is the
It's
dancing?
weird.
Is there a lot of dancing and or are they moving around as cats?
I think it's cat. It's feline.
It's a feline movement.
Yeah.
Wow. So you talked about a pretentious name. We have a
Sir Purslot.
We have a rabbit in our. That's every time I come home. There's this. I think it's the same rabbit, and I call him Philip. So I've named him Philip the rabbit, and I think that's a fairly pretentious name for an animal. I like naming animals pretentious names.
Yeah.
Do you?
I also realize we may be isolating some of our audience with saying names are pretentious, but I'm okay with that.
For only if they're rabbits named that.
No. When I've thought about what I want to name my eventual child, I looked up best pretentious names. I like a pretentious name like Charles, and if you need to chill out a little bit, it can just be Chuck, or
Charlie,
Philip, or.
Yeah, but that's just a name.
Or Genevieve can be Jen. I like there being a long, kind of pretentious version of a name that you can then shorten.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like Chadwick. How cool is that? If your name was actually Chadwick,
it's not, though.
And now it's Chad.
And then some people just call me Chadwick. I'm like, that's
we're
not
all
my name.
full namers.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad's a short full name, but you don't go by
it's a one syllable.
Cha-cha. But you're Chad, you're Elliot, and I'm Caitlin. Yeah, in most circles. Does anyone call you anything other than does anyone call you a shortened version of your name as your name?
My dad calls me Eli.
And he's the only one?
He's kind of the only one. My mom and my mom's family, like my grandma and my aunts on my mom's side, call me Bert.
Oh.
From Bert and Ernie.
Oh, okay.
I don't
not
know
your
why.
name.
No, there's no. I think it's Elliot or Eli. That's all you can do. Sometimes people call me E, which I don't love that.
Okay.
Does anybody call you Kate or Kat?
I get a lot of people call me Kate. Yeah, like my family.
I can't look at you and see Kate.
Some of my friends from college, some high school people. Yeah, but not like in.
So like only your close friends call you Kate.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, did you hear that?
No. I mean, but not every. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not. No, I mean it's like in certain pockets.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
You don't need to make the sound effect when there's actually a wheel.
So
Why not?
I went back to 7.
7.
What is your favorite kind of bean?
Bean?
Chad, what? It's got to be Bush's baked beans.
He did something with beans. Well, you mean like a kidney bean, a black bean?
Yeah, do you like black beans? Do you like red beans? Do you like pinto beans? Do you like black-eyed peas?
When I go to like a Chipotle...
There's only 2 options. You got the black or the pinto.
I know. I feel like I do. Actually, I go pinto more often than I would go black.
Really?
I go black.
Yeah, but like in my life outside of Chipotle, I suppose, I would pick black. So I feel like I'm a situational bean picker.
Oh, okay.
You saying bean picker is just...
Wait, what about garbanzo bean?
Ooh, hey, that's a classy bean.
Maybe.
That's the most. That's the most frequent.
I didn't think about that. Maybe.
I don't know. Can someone pick just one? You know what I brought over here? Actually, a bean, like a green salad thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna have new meaning once we eat later.
Yeah.
I thought of Chipotle, and I always go black bean. However, Carla makes a red bean and rice.
I like red beans and rice.
And she puts in the Goya seasoning.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So like I kind of love that.
That's really Saison one.
Yeah, the Saison Goya. So it's her red bean and rice with the Saison it's probably my favorite way to have beans. However, I can't discount the refried beans.
I do like a refried bean. Yeah, I feel like that's the premier bean preparation.
What is a refried? Is it a?
I don't know.
Is it a black bean?
I think it's
or is it a pinto?
They're pinto. They're like a light brown.
But you can get refried black beans.
You could get black beans. Yeah, that's
that's just crazy. I like a traditional.
You gotta live life on the edge, man.
Refried. I'm living on the edge. Look at me. Look at me. Look at us. We're living on the edge.
What is this?
What
is yours, Chad?
I would say black bean is like my go-to, but this conversation has raised a lot of things.
Right.
Chickpeas.
It's hard to pick just one.
Beans, those are really good.
Yeah.
Real question. Yeah. Green bean.
Yeah.
Is the bean inside the green bean?
I think the whole thing is the green bean.
But the green bean, like, is the long cylindrical vegetable? That's just the casing for the bean.
But it's all called a green bean.
I know, but is a green bean
as I know it? Have you opened up a green bean that has like a small seed?
Right. So I'm saying, is a green bean actually a bean and not a vegetable? Because I always thought of green beans as vegetables. But maybe
this is how you know you've just had a Smirnoff Ice boiled.
Yeah. Thanks for that boiled.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Alcohol.
I don't know.
What a powerful spin, Chad.
Sounds
you like that
good. One. Yellow.
It's a bias wheel.
It's a little bias.
It comes up with 7 more often.
Either that or a crooked house.
Who did you have a crush on in 3rd grade?
Oh, gosh. 3rd grade. You know who I had a crush on? This is an odd one. In 3rd grade. Elijah Wood.
Oh, really?
I feel like he was in... do you remember that movie North?
No.
I don't either, but I just know
I didn't know about Elijah Wood before Lord of the Rings.
No, he
was in Flipper?
Yeah, Flipper. Another one. Yep. Yeah. Strange.
I don't think I know Flipper.
Oh, really?
You don't know Flipper?
I don't think so. What's Flipper?
It's about a dolphin.
About the dolphin.
It was a TV show back in the 50s.
Yeah, something like that. And then they made a movie when we were kids.
I was about to say, Elijah Wood was not in a movie in the 50s.
No. Yeah, and then they made a movie about it.
I think they even did Flipper too. How do you know?
I don't know. Like, I'm thinking just Free Willy, and I know that's a whole different thing.
Don't get confused with Dolphin Tale or Dolphin Tale 2.
Much different.
I saw Dolphin Tale 2, I don't know, maybe a year ago. I cried. Ooh. When they built that dolphin, that prosthetic tail, so he could swim like the rest of the dolphins.
Never seen it.
Oh,
Morgan Freeman's in that, though, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
What was the question? 3rd grade?
Who'd you have a crush on?
I had a teacher. I was in 3rd grade. I think she was the 4th grade teacher. So she wasn't my teacher.
Oh, yeah.
My 3rd grade teacher.
You just saw her in the hallway.
My 3rd grade teacher was not a pleasant woman.
Oh, that's
I will say that, but I'm not going to use names.
Okay.
But anybody from, I'm not going to name my school either. But anybody back from my third grade years knows our third grade teacher was not a pleasant woman. But our fourth grade teacher.
Whoo! Didn't you go to Catholic school?
I did.
Were they nuns?
No.
Oh.
We had one nun like on staff, but all the teachers were normal. Like regular people.
Oh, we had. I went to Catholic school too, and most of the teachers were nuns.
Yeah,
my third grade teacher was a very strict, not pleasant nun.
So I went to a K through 8, and then I went through a 9 through 12. So I did 12 years of Catholic school.
Yeah.
And in my elementary school or my K through 8, there was no nuns except there was one in the office.
It was nonsense.
Bar none.
And in high school, we had one nun in the office and one Greek Orthodox priest, which I was not Greek Orthodox,
a principal nun
who was a teacher. So I've actually never had a nun teacher ever. In 12 years of Catholic school.
None.
Well,
none.
The question.
Your crush on the fourth grade teacher.
Her Miss Kowalski.
Ooh. Oh boy, oy.
She looking back, she must have been like 25 or younger even. I have no idea. Because what were you in third grade? Like 9 years old, 10 years old?
I think 9.
8 or 9, yeah.
8 or 9. Yeah, so it's her. She got married. I hope she's doing well. Hello, ma'am. So that's who.
Cool. She had young Eli.
What about you, Chad? Did you answer?
I did not. It was a girl in my class.
What's her name? What's her story?
Laura.
Did it go anywhere?
I think. No,
Laura. Yeah. Hey, Laura. Thanks for listening.
Probably not a listener.
Probably.
Not yet.
Good bet. Probably not, I would assume.
Yeah.
Do you think Mrs. Kowalski is a listener?
She was Miss Kowalski.
Miss Kowalski.
I'm sure now she's Mrs. something else. But what did you ask?
Do you think she's a listener?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
I don't think anybody from my home is a listener. I don't think any of my friends are listeners. Yeah. So I doubt that she is. Also,
I doubt. If I were to think about it.
Track her down.
I don't know.
But
I think Elijah Wood probably is.
Ooh, there's a chance.
I mean, he's not doing much.
Yeah, he's got time. He's got an hour every Monday.
Maybe he listens to it on his commute into
listen to the pod. Come on, Elliot. Come on, Elliot.
So, Chad, before you spin, are there any more questions? Because last time you fucking surprised us, thinking that there was a bunch more, and you're like, "That's it."
Hey, we got that lid story. It's like when you strike oil.
The best things happen.
Gold. Hey,
but also, does it look like I have more questions?
I can.
You had 3 extra ones sitting here earlier. I don't know.
Saw me,
he slapped them back on the wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know if there were more hidden.
I mean, I can always do my go-to.
If you come up with more, feel free.
Nope. And back. It does like that 7. 6.
6.
7's neighbor.
So this is tied to one of the questions a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But yesterday was Father's Day for our listeners.
What? Oh.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's like yesterday was Friday.
So what is something that you take from your dad? This is like an appreciation, similar to like how you know you're becoming, but what's a lesson that you took away from your dad? Or something that you're grateful now that they taught you?
I think my dad is unbelievably generous in a lot of ways. So I've seen him be that way, over my whole life. So that's something I sort of emulate and hope to be like. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's a good answer.
Thanks.
So when I was younger, I'm not going to go through the whole story here. I'm definitely not going to do that. But my dad and I were in an accident together, and he, we both got injured, but he got injured way more than I did, and never once did he give up or show weakness. And granted, I was 13, so maybe behind the scenes there was of course, behind the scenes, my mom and him were probably dealing with a lot more stuff than they let on. But at least to me, being a 13-year-old, he fought through that experience without ever showing weakness, even though it was pretty bad and pretty traumatic. But he just kind of he did what had to be done and thought about family first and made it okay.
That's so nice, Elliot.
Yeah. I think for me, I mentioned it a little bit earlier when we were talking about like becoming our parents, but my dad is a very resourceful person and can look at a lot of things, especially physical things, and be okay with like plan A not working out and then figuring out a plan B and just like, well, I don't have this piece, but I have something else that can make it work. And that's something that I think I took that away from him. And growing up too, the moments, kind of like you were talking about building that deck with your dad when you were younger, I think there was a lot of opportunities of like changing oil, rotating tires, and these things that he would do with his hands. And like he brought me along for that too. Mm-hmm. So now I feel like I can trust myself to figure something out, fix something, a lot of times break things in the process. But I have that like layer of self-confidence that like I can give a shot. Yeah. I don't do that with electrical. Like electrical, I stay away from.
Only the woodworking.
Yeah.
I mean, look to your left. Your dad would be proud.
What a wheel.
What a wheel.
I like that, Chad. That's great.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you to all the dads out there for all that you've done.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. One day late.
Yeah, one day late. This was your gift. Hope you loved it.
Early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Do you have another one?
What do you got? Come on. You're always best with the final bullet in the chamber. Last one. Here we go.
Is it going to land on 7?
7.
I think we have to rebalance that maybe.
How many goldfish do you think you could fit in your mouth? And I'm not talking about like the crackers. I'm talking about like live
actual goldfish.
Like squirming around.
Okay, so there's a few different kinds of goldfish. Yeah. Let's just clarify what we're talking about here. Because there's like the slim...
I didn't know that there was more than one kind of goldfish.
Oh, come on. You've seen the tanks. There's like the slim, white and like the speckled ones, or those like big orange ones that have those weird like eye sacs.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Is that still a goldfish? Just because it's golden?
Yeah, I think they're all called gold. I think goldfish is probably just like a catch-all
When I think of goldfish, I'm
yeah.
thinking of the kind of fish that you win at like a church fair when you toss the ping pong ball. That's one type. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
That's what I'm asking.
The small...
Yeah.
Yeah, the regular
I feel like
little
that's going to be a more impressive number.
It's like 1.5 inches long, maybe.
Probably 10.
10? You think?
I could fit 10 in my mouth, probably.
Can you imagine, like...
No, I'm not. I didn't say...
like bouncing around.
I did not say I want to fit 10 in my mouth. I just think I could probably...
If push comes to shove, yeah. Elliot, how many do you think you could fit?
Honestly, I think I'd put one in and vomit.
Of course.
But like... Okay,
I'm just looking at
a volume argument, probably 36.
No.
I mean, I have a giant, I have a big head.
You couldn't get that many in there.
I mean, if you chew them up a little bit, they fit in a little easier.
You gotta put them, you gotta stick them right in.
They have to be solid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're not putting them in a blender.
20. Well, my teeth would be the blender.
Gross.
What a gross question. I think in the high teens or 20s.
That feels safer to me.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably. Yeah. Well. Should we find out?
Good Lord.
That would have been great.
That would have been terrible.
I would have refused.
What do you think, Chad?
I think 20.
Okay.
But also,
I got such a weird situation. I guess.
Such a weird situation. Like,
oh, you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little weird.
I'm already squirming in my chair just thinking about it.
But I love goldfishes because they're so delicious.
I do like the crackers. We used to have a goldfish. We used to have like a fish tank like down in our finished basement when we were little kids, and I used to love to like reach in and like pull the goldfish out of the water and then like drop them back
Make them squirm a little bit.
Yeah, and one time I dropped one behind the couch.
That's kind of like mischievous.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah.
Caitlin was a bad girl.
I guess.
Oh, we know. We've learned over the course of this pod.
Pulling those fish out of the tank. I don't know why. It just felt...
Oh, man. Well, sorry for any of the goldfish in the Emerald household.
Yeah,
That's tough for
you.
They
didn't last long.
Well, that's all I have for the Wheel of Chaos. Thank you for playing along, drinking along, and having a good time.
Spinning along.
I think what I'll remember most from this episode is the McGillicuddy's followed by the warm Smirnoff.
Yeah, Schmear. I'm going to remember
Fireball. Fire and ice.
I need to go lay down.
Yeah, big three of us. All right, well, is that how the good goldfish cracker crumbled?
I'll tell
Take us out to the sweet sounds of the wheel spinning, I think.
You've been what? You've been
told.
Bye.
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 Oh, boy.